Good afternoon, AMAC. How you feeling? I hope you're excited to be in our great city, and we're excited to welcome you here. It's a little hot out, so make sure you hydrate when you go outside. But I hope you take the opportunity this week to really explore our city, really within walking distance. Our world-class restaurants, entertainment, of course our lakefront, our iconic Millennium Park Museum. There's everything that you need to enjoy our great global city right here at your fingertips. So I hope you take an opportunity to take advantage of that. And let me also just say, let's give it up one more time for our great Commissioner of Aviation, Jamie Rhee. Now, Jamie and I have known each other since the early 2000s, when I was in the procurement department and she was the general counsel for what was then called the O'Hare Modernization Project. So we have been tied at the hip for a long time, particularly when it comes to advancing equity and inclusion and using the economic power of our airports as a vehicle. So Commissioner Rhee, First Deputy Velasquez, and the entire CDA team, you guys bring it every single day, and I'm grateful, so thank you. Let me also thank President Winbush and Board Chair Smith. Thank you for choosing Chicago. We intend to do you proud this week, and we're grateful for your presence. I also want to highlight and give a shout out to our City Council Aviation Chair, Matt O'Shea, who is with us. Matt is always making sure that we are doing everything we can to advance our causes through our airports and making sure that we educate his City Council colleagues who sometimes can be a little challenging, but making sure that they recognize the value and the importance of the economic engines that our airports are. So good afternoon, everyone. Our city continues to recover and grow our economy following the pandemic, particularly our tourism sector. So I'm grateful that you recognize Chicago's ability not only to host this conference, but important conversations about equity in our airports. As Commissioner Rhee said, equity and inclusion are at the heart of everything that we do in my administration. And we don't just use those as nice words. We work every single day to live our values through concrete, tangible efforts. And you heard about many of those through Commissioner Rhee. For those of you who are visiting from other cities, let me tell you a little bit about our great city of Chicago. This city is composed of 77 unique, vibrant neighborhoods. We view that as one of our great strengths. In every corner of our city, you can find incredible food, culture, things to do, and hardworking residents who embody that Midwestern nice spirit. Now, our city is also working very hard to right some historic wrongs by making sure that we are investing in communities of color, particularly on our south and west sides, that have been without the kind of investment that they deserve and the opportunities that will make those communities as vibrant as they can be. We are making sure that we face these challenges like other big cities across the country. We've been working through the lens of the principles of equity and inclusion in everything that we do. Increasing and advocating for minority participation in our economy is not only the moral thing to do, it's the business thing to do. So great moral policy is great business policy every single time. And let me share with you some of the work that we've been doing to create a better future at our airports. As this incredibly diverse city, we realize the importance of having an equally diverse business community, which is why our city extended and expanded our minority and women-owned business enterprise construction program to ensure that MBEs and WBEs have equal access to contracting opportunities in the city of Chicago. We procure goods and services every year of about $3.5 billion. We need to make sure that those dollars are shared with MBEs, WBEs, and other disadvantaged businesses. This will ensure that you can clap for that. These efforts will ensure that our community-diverse contractors will fully participate in the historic O'Hare 21 project that will invest $8.5 billion to modernize our airport over the coming decade. And we want to make sure that Black and brown and women-owned businesses have the opportunity to participate in this incredible economic investment. Specifically for our airports, we see the significant impact of our strong airport concessions, disadvantaged business enterprise program, and just Commissioner Rhee just spoke about. And I will say, I had the opportunity to spend some time over the weekend with Secretary Buttigieg, and one of the things that we talked about is making sure that we are looking at ways to create even more opportunity through the federal DBE program. I think he understands it, and we're going to make sure that we keep those efforts front and center at the national level as well. In March of this year, I joined the CDA to announce the latest in new airport vendors, including modern concession options and state-of-the-art low-touch technology for travelers in light of the pandemic. And through that process, I met dynamic, diverse business owners who are leading the way in the post-pandemic 21st century world of airports concessions. And hopefully you saw some of those concessions as you were traveling through either Midway or O'Hare. These new operating leases included a large representation of certified airport concession disadvantaged businesses enterprises, which ensures that we are growing our equitable economy by providing opportunities to small, diverse, locally owned businesses who can now gain a foothold in the busy airport environment and grow, not just with our airports, but with the aviation industry as a whole. Additionally, our city is ensuring that the invaluable employees who run our airports are fairly compensated for their work. That commitment was cemented in January of this year when the City Council increased the minimum wage for airport workers to $18 an hour. This new minimum wage incentivizes our residents to be part of the economic growth and take advantage of these opportunities. And it created a pipeline to recruit talent from socioeconomically disadvantaged areas. We know that minority participation in employment and contracting opportunities makes airports more successful. And we can see that success reflected in recent data. Just this week, I announced our 2021 tourism numbers showing that a huge post-pandemic resurgence in travelers visiting Chicago. Approximately 30.5 million people came to our city last year. Additionally, I announced that Chicago's O'Hare and Midway airports combined saw the most flight originations over any other city in the country. Now, the people that are not from Chicago, you can clap for that too. Additionally, O'Hare ranked #2 in U.S. flight originations by a single airport. And year over year, billions of dollars in trade value moves through O'Hare Airport. I know these successes wouldn't be possible without making sure that we kept our eye and focus on increasing and enhancing diversity at our airports and with the Department of Aviation. So folks, I just want you to know in closing, these are issues that are very near and dear to me. As I said before, I started out focusing on these issues when I worked in the city's procurement department. I spent a significant amount of time in my private practice work helping minority and women-owned businesses get a leg up, get an opportunity to contracting. And now as mayor, as you heard from the commissioner, it is our top priority to make sure that we build wealth among minority and women-owned businesses, and we are not going to stop until we make sure that we do that we level the playing field, that we create new opportunity, and that we have an economy that is thriving because everyone is able to participate. That is our opportunity as we come out of the pandemic, but it's also our obligation to make sure that we are creating opportunity for everyone. So this conference is important. You're going to have great conversations. You'll have interesting panels. But keep in mind, you've got friends in Chicago who want to make sure that each and every one of you are successful. So thank you all. Enjoy the conference and enjoy the great city of Chicago.